Welcome to the Millennial Milkshake cereal draft. My name is Colin O'Connell, and I was born in 1994.
My name is Josh Zacali, and I was born in 1995.
And my name is Michelle Potter. I was born in 1997.
And today, not a normal episode because we are drafting cereals. Cereal, of course, being a touchstone of childhoods for everyone, but, you know, I think Josh and I and Michelle, I think in particular, we've got some pretty strong opinions on cereal, so it'll be fun to draft. So just the way that we're doing this is we put all of our names in a randomizer ahead of time, and we had an order spit out 1, 2, 3. That's the order that we're going to pick where our draft slot is. All right, and we'll reveal that order soon. But just to go over the categories real quick, we have the chocolate cereal category, we have the fruity cereal category, we have the sugar/frosted cereal category, the plain cereal category, and finally the cinnamon/honey cereal category. Josh, Michelle, do you have anything to add? We went over the rules beforehand, but anything to add?
Yep. So if anyone is wondering why we've combined cinnamon and honey, I guess we just wanted to make that category a little bit more difficult. Yes, they are two separate categories, but we thought, let's, there's not as many, so let's combine them and make our lives more difficult.
1/3 of this podcast isn't thrilled about that decision, and I think 2/3 of this podcast is pretty thrilled that this decision was made.
Yeah. So you might be able to guess which third that is. I don't like it.
Two of us think it's a great idea.
Whatever. Yeah, but
so,
1/3 of us, 1/3 of this group also isn't like all for cereal. I think we know who that is. So.
All right.
Not,
well, here's a little. Here's a just a I guess it just.
They call her the milkless wonder.
Yeah, here's a disclaimer just on for the knowledge I'm putting into my cereal picks. I don't really like milk, so I never had cereal with milk. I never had it as a kid. I've never had it now. I think I maybe tried it once, like a year or two ago, just to experience it. Not a fan. So that's the cereal milk, as you will, like, is not going into any of my pick considerations because I don't have an opinion. So please.
I mean, we've gone over this in detail, I think, before. Definitely in our personal lives, maybe in an episode, but Michelle, you know my feelings about your opinions on milk and cereal, and we'll just leave it at that.
Please don't be too mean to me. It's okay.
Oh my god. Well, now I feel bad.
No, not you.
Now you make me feel like I bully you.
No, the audience,
okay.
The audience. I know it's ridiculous. Okay, I know. Leave me alone.
So the way that the draft is going to work, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, third pick. It's the snake. So first pick, second pick, third pick, and then the third pick will pick again. And then the second pick will pick, then the first pick will pick, and then the first pick will pick again. So the first and third picks, they both wrap around. So the big reveal here, the order of the randomizer was Josh, Colin, Michelle. That means that Josh gets to choose where he drafts first. So Josh, it's all you.
So this was a little tough, but I think I'm going to go with the first pick. So
Okay.
then Colin will
Josh
get to
with the
decide
first pick.
what slot he wants now.
Michelle, you're picking second because I'm taking the number 3
Ooh.
wraparound pick.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
So with that, the draft is officially on. Josh Zacali, you are on the clock. There is no clock.
I am going to take a cereal from the fruity section.
Damn it. I knew.
Which is going to be Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles off the board, number 1 overall. All right. And we're going to kind of recap our drafts and kind of debate and have a little fun afterwards. But right now, this is kind of just the main meat section. This is just the draft.
Yeah. All right.
So, Michelle, you're up.
Ooh, boy. I'm up, and I would love to take one from the cinnamon/honey category.
Okay.
I'm going to take Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That hurts. That hurts.
All
That
right.
stings a little bit.
Does it?
All right. So, I get back-to-back picks here. I'm going to... I've got one that I definitely want to take first. So I'll just say that one first. I'm taking Cheerios out of the plain section first.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
And now comes the tough decision. I'm going to stick to my board. And I'm taking Captain Crunch as my sugar/frosted.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Am I up now? Yeah?
Yes, Michelle, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to take... I'm going to take from the chocolate category. I'm going to take Cocoa Pebbles.
Ooh, that hurts. Oh,
Going
that.
for you, Josh.
Oh,
Josh wanted both of the pebbles, I
my
guess.
God,
Ooh.
that is gonna hurt in the morning.
You wanted to go
Let it
pebble heavy.
burn.
Oh,
So Josh,
man.
you get back-to-back picks here.
All right. I need a little time. I did not think Michelle was gonna do me like that.
I mean, it's a shocker. I mean,
Is it, though?
I don't think either of us were expecting
I was
that.
not at all.
You specifically. I don't think. we
Oh
were.
man.
Okay. I'm playing strategic here.
Yeah, this sucks. To say the least. That's all right.
There will be no Fantasia 2000 picks this time round for Michelle.
No, there will not. My feelings have nothing to do with this.
Well, all right. Jeez. Oh shit! In my cereal. All right, I'm gonna go in the chocolate section, and I'm gonna I'm gonna go with these. I'm gonna go with the Coco Crispies.
Oof. Okay.
Okay. Coco Crispies for the chocolate.
Man, Michelle really fucked things up for me.
That was the first duplicate, by the way. So we had all picked different categories up to that point, Josh. Which is pretty commendable by us, I think.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. I gotta go with. Just give me 30 seconds. Yep, I'm going in the cinnamon honey section, and I am grabbing myself a nice big fat family size box of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah.
And you better believe I'm eating it all in one sitting.
All right. Michelle, it is now your turn to pick.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, me again? Wow. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is tough. This is real tough. I'm going to go ahead and take from the plain category and go with Rice Krispies.
All right, making life a little easier on me.
I think that was a tip of the hand from Josh. All right, I've got two back-to-back again. All right, so you both took chocolate. You both took cinnamon/honey. I took plain and sugar frosted. So I got to go fruit here. Definitely got to go fruit here. This is interesting because okay. Maybe controversially, I'm taking Froot Loops here.
Okay.
And now I've got another pick. So Fruity's off the board for me. Plain is off the board for me. Sugar's off the board for me. So I have to go chocolate or cinnamon here. And you guys have already picked your chocolate and cinnamon, so I have the pick of whatever I want left. Do I go Honey Bunches of Oats? Do I go Honey Smacks? No, I don't do either of those because I'm going cinnamon again. I'm going Apple Jacks under my cinnamon category.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
That was my third if I got stuck with it.
Yep, that was mine too.
And it was definitely between Apple Jacks and Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah, they're both good. They're both pretty good cereals. So we've got Michelle again for your fourth pick.
Ooh, okay. What do I need? I need fruity and I need sugar frosted.
Neither of you have taken from the sugar or frosted category yet. That will change sooner rather than later.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go... Well, I have to take from sugar frosted would be the smart move. Ooh, this is a tough call for me.
You can also take from fruity.
Yes.
You have two choices.
Yes. Sugar frosted. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with my original plan and go frosted flakes.
The most frosted of flakes in the sugar / frosted category.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not
smart, Michelle. Smart.
Games.
That's all right.
Michelle is
is taking
the hell out of
Josh's
lucky. Draft.
She's lucky that there is a third option in there. Okay, I'm gonna finish off my picks. It doesn't really matter what I pick from, but let me just take a gander at this sugar frosted section. It's a nice move with the frosted flakes. However, I will pick another favorite, a universal favorite, if you will, and I'm gonna grab those Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I'm stealing them. I'm not paying for them.
You take them.
Lucky Charms, famously known as magically
I'm stealing
delicious.
those Lucky Charms. And last pick, I'm going to go in the plain section and grab that Crispix.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Interesting. Crispix in the plain category. Michelle, you have one more pick. You must pick from the fruity section.
Have fun.
This fruity section here, Josh, obviously you got my first pick. It's tough. It's real tough. I'm gonna go with my original plan, which was Crunch Berries.
Interesting.
The Captain Crunch
Berries.
You're picking Crunch Berries, not Oops All Berries,
not
correct?
Oops All Berries. Yes, the
Just want to
Crunch
get it right.
Berries.
I'm surprised Trix was not snagged.
Yep, that was my
Can
debate.
I be honest? Trix is maybe the worst cereal ever fucking made. It's garbage. I'm so glad none of us took it, but I'm also mad because I would have gotten
Destroyed.
some serious points off of that.
Yeah.
I need to pick from the chocolate category, and I'm very happy with my final pick and the final pick of the draft to go with Reese's Puffs, the peanut butter chocolate flavor.
Beautiful.
My final
Wonderful.
pick.
Nice.
You have made things very easy.
I do not believe so. I think, all right, we'll talk about this. So let's just go over our the teams here. Josh, you have Fruity Pebbles, Coco Crispies, Honey Nut Cheerios, Lucky Charms, and Crispix. Michelle, you have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Pebbles, Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes, and Captain Crunch Crunch Berries. And I have Cheerios, Captain Crunch, Froot Loops, Apple Jacks, and Reese's Puffs. Those are the teams. Do we want to open it to discussion?
Let me look at this before, let me just really visualize this so I can prepare my argument.
Well, Michelle, do you wanna discuss your thought process through the picks, or just open it up, or
Sure.
what's up? How you feeling? How you feeling about your team?
You know, I'm feeling a lot better about my team this year. This
Year.
this draft a whole lot better than the Disney draft. You know, I was an amateur then, and now I'm slowly working my way up to the pros. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I might be. I'm really trying to put my best foot forward. I'm really happy with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I gotta say, guys, I'm really glad that I got that. I think Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a big winner. I think that's a hit with everyone. No matter what, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, if someone hands you a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like, you're gonna go for it. Am I wrong?
Not wrong at all.
I do not think you're wrong.
Yeah, top 3 cereals. Top 3 for me.
Yeah. Josh, I think you got one of those top 3 cereals too, though. Fruity Pebbles.
Oh.
I'm mad you snagged that.
So let me just go into my excitement. I got 2 of the best cereals from the fruity section, and now this is where I'm going to have to argue. I think Honey Nut Cheerios are better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh.
I mean, it's okay to be
Yeah,
wrong.
so Fruity Pebbles,
fine.
number 1. Honey Nut Cheerios, number 2. And number 3 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's like my top 3 cereals.
Wow. Okay. I had a huge revelation on my end. I will reveal it after you make your point.
So this draft is a little harder to really like, I mean, because these are all taste bud opinions. So, I mean, at a certain point, you can only say so much. However, I'm looking at Colin's list, and, you know, I'm not seeing a best here in any of the sections. A case could be made for Cheerios, I will say. However, whereas Cheerios might be known as the greatest cereal in terms of like overall legacy, sure. But I personally like Crispix and
Oh, I'm sorry I drafted Tom Brady. Josh, I'm sorry I drafted Tom Brady and you drafted who?
Yep.
Crispix? What is Crispix? Or is that who's that? Is that Robert Griffin III?
So
I mean, what is that?
Let me ask this: when we pick these cereals, are we
Yeah,
talking
Josh.
just taste, or are we talking legacy?
We're picking best cereal, and I think
Best.
it's going to be up to our audience to decide.
Josh,
I do want to make a note. I have every single category. I have ranked like a big board, the top cereals in each category. Okay? So I brought math into this shit this time. All right? Bringing hard math into this. All right? So for each pick, I assigned a number value corresponding with the number value in their category. So, Josh, you took Fruity Pebbles first. That was my number 1 in the fruit category. So you get 1 point for that, right? You want the lowest amount of points, all right? So after tabulating everything, and again, this is just my personal big board. After tabulating everything, Josh has 15 points. Michelle has 9 points. I have 9 points. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 2-horse race, I believe.
Okay, so
Crispix wasn't even on my board, Josh. I had to give it... I didn't even know what to give it. I had 4 plain cereals listed here, and I gifted you a 5. I could have gone
Now,
with a 6
Colin,
or a 7.
have you ever had
It was off
Crispix?
the board.
have you ever had Crispix?
I've never had Crispix, but you know what? Everyone has had Cheerios. You know what everyone has had? Rice Krispies. Michelle, excellent pick at the plain category.
So,
I mean, they're in treats. I shouldn't even be arguing for Michelle. I mean, every single person since they were a baby to adulthood has eaten Cheerios. You eat it when you're a baby. You eat it when you're a kid.
Sure.
On Saturdays or whatever. You eat your mom might pack it for you as a snack when you go to school. You eat it as an adult. You eat it as you exclusively eat it when you're a divorced dad in your 40s. And you eat it as an old person. It stays throughout life. Michelle, let's go back with Michelle with the Rice Krispies. It's so good that there's literally a treat that they created around it. I mean, these are the easy. I couldn't believe you went Crispix when cornflakes and life were on the board, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, you could have gone with Quisp and you would have gotten the pity laugh at least. But you got to go Cheerios first in the plane, and you got to go Rice Krispies too in the plane. It's not even a debate. This is Jordan, LeBron. Jordan, Cheerios, LeBron, Rice Krispies, and you're, I don't know, Ray Allen the last year of his career.
Now, here's what I will say. I did miss life. Don't know why. Don't know how I missed it. However, I missed it. Yeah.
Tough.
And I will say this. Life is a better cereal than Rice Krispies and Cheerios. I don't care what you think.
No.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
No.
You guys are taking...
Neither.
Yep. It's a better taste, in my opinion. If I had a box of each... Now, I'm going to say the same thing for Corn Chex, Rice Chex, and Crispix, because it's all the same cereal, pretty much. Crispix is, I think, both. It's Rice and Corn Chex when you flip them. Now, neither of you have had it. You can't speak.
No, but I have had Rice and Corn Chex, and they are not as good as Rice Krispies or Cheerios. They're not even close.
Crispix...
I think they're better than Rice Krispies.
Is like
No.
the hexagon sort of looking thing, right?
Yep, and it's awesome. It's a great looking cereal.
I've had it.
You don't like it?
I've had it. It's fine. It's fine,
but
what's
it's
so special
not,
about a bowl of Rice
it's not
Krispies?
Good.
And let me make this
Okay.
point to you guys. You guys also picked before me in the plain section. I got third pick, so I didn't have the option of choosing Cheerios.
We will get into who. Because there's another reach in your team, but let's let Michelle talk about the Rice Krispies. Let's let her defend her team a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I was also thrown for a loop when you chose Crispix, Josh. I think you made a Fantasia 2000 move here and went with your
Oh, that's devastating to hear.
childhood love. I mean, there's a lot of cereals on that list that I love. Like
Oh my.
Pops is probably one of my favorite cereals ever.
Yeah, Pops
and
is
I
real
love
good.
it. But I wouldn't have picked it first or second or third because it's not a favorite and it's not the best.
Ooh.
It's maybe one of my
hold on a
favorites.
second. Let me pause this now.
I actually had Corn
So you're
Pops third,
picking-
Michelle, just for reference.
Do
Wait,
you?
so Michelle, so you are picking for other people and not yourself. That is something
No.
I can't. Well, what? So you like?
I'm picking.
If I was picking for myself, I would have picked Rice Krispies first overall, Josh. That's like my favorite cereal like ever, but
That's
that's
insane
not what
to
it
me.
is.
That's
Cheerios are the classic. That's why I picked Cheerios first overall.
See, you can't always say classic is always going to beat a better cereal. If you came
It's the number one selling cereal in America.
exactly,
Full
you're
stop.
going off going off legacy.
Stop. It's not. I'm going by what does everyone love? Who doesn't love a bowl of Cheerios? It's
Josh.
tasty. It's heart healthy, and truly, I mean, so American. I feel like you hate America if you don't like Cheerios.
So, all right,
Josh.
yo,
I'm not going off like just statistics. I'm picking from both my favorites and like the ones that I think are also other people's favorites. So like Cheerios, I don't like Cheerios.
so here's the
that
problem for
wasn't
me.
even like
All right. Well, I've been defending you, Michelle. Now you're my enemy.
Wait, so Michelle, so you don't even like Cheerios?
no. Cheerios was my number 3.
At least it was on your 3. Crispix
Yeah.
wasn't even in my board.
No, yeah, mine.
You never had it, so it can't be on your board. Now,
Yeah, but
will
checks
admit,
weren't on my board either.
I will admit, I messed up with not picking Life. Which
Yeah.
Life is that's like a weird one where it's like plain, but it's like sugary, like it's like, that's kind of a slippery slope.
Yeah, but
However,
but you also reach for Crispix over cornflakes.
yeah, I like it better. I like it better. It's a better cereal.
People use cornflakes to like bread their chicken.
So,
Like that was an easy.
Have
one
you
to
ever had-
pick.
have-
that was right there for you.
have you ever had Chex Mix?
It stops you from masturbating. I mean, it's
Josh, Chex was like my number 2.
you didn't pick
Like
Chex Mix, Josh. Though that's the problem. You picked Crispix.
No,
You can't bring up Chex Mix when you didn't pick Chex. If you would have picked Chex, sure, You got that because there's Chex Mix.
You know, Crispix is
absolutely.
Chex, right? Crispix is Chex.
But it's not called. But it's not called
No.
Crispis Mix.
Yeah.
It's not called Crisp Mix.
It doesn't matter what the name is. There's
It
They're
does.
similar. They're different though. There
There are
different.
toasted O's in the grocery store. I didn't take them over Cheerios.
what's
There's
the difference?
puffed rice.
What's the difference with Crispix and Chex?
Crispix, I feel like, are thinner and less puffed up, and Chex have more of the like air between the layers, if that makes sense. Like, I love Chex. Chex is probably one of my favorite cereals. Like rice Chex, big fan of those.
The worst
And
Chex. Just personally, I like corn
Guys.
Chex more.
Guys, you're talking insane. You're Michelle, you're saying you like rice Chex. Colin, you're saying you like corn Chex. Crispix is literally both of them.
Oh, I don't like it more than Cheerios or Rice Krispies or Corn Flakes or Life. Though I don't like corn Chex more than those. Absolutely not.
You know what? Life is actually my favorite in that group. My favorite cereal, and I'm kind of pissed I missed it. But you guys are also forgetting something here. Let's be honest, okay? Plain is the worst category.
Sure.
Which is why you have
Sure.
to get it is a worst category, but that's why you really got to get the top from that category.
No, because
That's the whole point
no.
we're making.
Yes,
it's a weak category.
but there's
That's
a
why
lot
you
of good
gotta
ones.
That's why you got to take it pretty early. I don't think so.
Here's what I wanted. Okay, so there's fruity and chocolate were harder for me. They were much harder because all these plain cereals are solid cereals. At a certain point, when it's a plain cereal, you're not gonna get like that much different. There's a lot of these that go hand in hand. So plain was not on my radar to really get out of the way because I saw Cheerios, Rice Krispies, Chex, Life. I was like, these are all good. I'm fine if I get either of these. I am not gonna look at Cheerios.
You didn't get any of them though.
No, Chex meaning Crispix also. Like that's all the same
I
category.
don't think they go hand in hand at all. I think they're all very different. Not
Yeah.
very different, but they all have their unique sort
Rice
of things
Krispies
about
and
them.
Cheerios taste
Of course.
nothing alike.
Of course,
Oh,
this is
nothing at
that's
all.
not me saying they taste alike. That's me saying you're not going to get excited for any of these really, as you would a sugar cereal. Now with sugar cereals though, I think there's a clear drop off.
I disagree about not getting excited.
I also disagree.
I mean, people buy more Cheerios than any other cereal. People buy
losing
Rice
it.
Krispie treats. I mean,
Guys.
people love
Truly?
these.
Guys, Rice Krispie treats
I
are not Rice
truly-
Krispies. It's not. It's a
No,
sugary
Josh.
snack.
No, but they include them.
I truly buy Rice Krispies more than any other cereal. It's probably my favorite cereal. Like
I gotta be
buy it
honest,
the
I
most.
probably do. It's probably that or Cheerios. I probably buy the most. I buy.
That's
both
fine.
a lot.
I'm excited when I buy Rice Krispies. I'm like, ooh, something like it's exciting. It's a great cereal.
Let's let Josh make his final plain point because we have a lot to cover here.
You're right. So, okay, what I didn't like about your arguments is that you guys are taking legacy in. This draft is supposed to be what you like, not what people.
I love Cheerios.
Okay, I like Cheerios too.
I fucking love Cheerios.
I love
actually.
Cheerios. Do you like Cheerios more than your favorite cereal in the cinnamon honey section? Of course not.
No, because Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my number one cereal of all time.
Exactly. Do you like Cheerios more
Well,
than
I like-
anything in the sugar frosted cereal?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What? So your number one pick in the sugar
My
frosted?
number one pick in my sugar frosted, which was Captain Crunch, which was more of a personal pick. You want to say we're picking legacy picks? Captain Crunch was a personal pick for me. All right. I like
Okay.
Cheerios more than that. I like
Wow.
Cheerios more than I have Cocoa Pebbles as the number one for the chocolate. I like Cheerios more than that. I have Fruity Pebbles as my number one for the fruity. I like Cheerios more than that. Eating a bowl of
Wow.
Cheerios way more than I'm ever eating those.
Okay.
By far.
Wow, that's crazy to me. That's insane. But hey, you know what? To each their own. The thing is, I like the taste of the Chex cereals, the Crispix cereals more. Is it, in terms of the greatest cereal of all time? It's probably Cheerios because of all those other points you guys made, not taste. It's good, and it's top in the plain, but
One more point for Cheerios. It is the often imitated because of the shape. How many loops are there out there because of the Cheerio? I mean, it's the perfect shape. It's the perfect cereal shape. So texture is also a big deal in this. I think texture is a big deal for cereal too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Cheerios has got
absolutely
that
is.
perfect texture. Puffy
Guys,
but
you're
crunchy.
You're also not.
Nom.
Nope. Puff cereal is the worst cereal when it's soaked in milk. It is disgusting when it gets soggy. You can't even argue that.
That's interesting, Josh, because
I can argue.
I will argue because Pebbles soaked are the worst thing ever. The Pebble
Not Fruity Pebbles
consistency
or Cocoa Pebbles.
is terrible when wet. You need to eat those fresh.
I disagree. With Cheerios, like with Honey Nut Cheerios, I don't mind when they're soggy.
They
but
become like a film. Like the Pebbles become like a thin film when they get soggy, and it's gross, and it like gets on your tongue and your teeth, and it's so disgusting.
Guys, Rice Krispies is not that different from the Pebbles. It's like the same thing. So if you have that argument with Pebbles,
they are different.
Oh my god.
They are different. Because I'm also going to say, as much as I love Rice Krispies, Josh, Coco Crispies are terrible. There's something different in the taste between Cocoa to regular Crispies. They are my least favorite chocolate cereal, are Coco Crispies.
Wow.
Like, by a large margin. And maybe you guys don't agree with that, but Coco Crispies taste terrible.
Wow.
The chocolate that they use is so shit.
Michelle?
Oh, Coco Crispies. Okay, I have Cocoa Pebbles. Ooh.
Oh, no.
That's interesting.
Cocoa Pebbles are the clear number one in chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
they
did
are
well there,
quite
too.
different.
Michelle, do you like Coco Crispies?
I don't know that I've had them that often, but maybe once. I think they're also fine. Like, Cocoa Pebbles are the way to go.
But you've had
if you're
them
going
less
for a
than
chocolate
Rice
cereal.
Krispies, right?
Oh, yeah, way less.
Absolutely.
Guys, I've had
Cocoa
Rice Krispies more.
suck. Because Cocoa Crispies suck. They're bad. They do something in the chocolate. Ugh. It makes me want to throw up thinking about them.
Wow. I wholeheartedly disagree. Whereas, I mean, Pebbles is definitely much better than Krispies. I think Krispies was the second choice, which will lead me into Reese's Puffs. I am shocked that you picked Reese's Puffs.
Number two
So-
chocolate cereal by far.
I do not like it. I don't like it. You want to talk about a cereal that is gross when it is soggy? I can't do it. I can't do like Cocoa Puffs or Reese's Puffs. I can't do that circular puff cereal.
Yeah,
I used to
but
like it when I was a
Crispies
kid.
and-
I don't
and
like it
Pebbles
anymore.
are terrible when they're wet too, when they're soaked too. Crispies and Pebbles are, oh my god.
So you
They're an
agree that
abomination.
Crispies are. So then you have to take that in consideration then in your Rice Krispie argument. And
Sure. But
Rice
Chex are
Krispies
also terrible soggy
will
too.
get soggy more. They're not
well,
that bad.
No. I don't think they do.
I picked Rice Krispies. And I'm not taking the milk thing into consideration at all.
Oh,
So
that's unfair.
I don't think that argument stands.
Michelle,
Like, I don't have anything bad to say.
There
about
is
Rice
something
Krispies.
I do have to
you don't
say
drink
about
milk.
Michelle's pick. There is something I have to say about Michelle's pick because she's not taking milk into consideration. When you have Captain Crunch, you need milk because those things will you got to go to the not even the dentist, the oral surgeon afterwards if you're eating them dry.
The ER, yeah.
Like they will cut your mouth up. You need the milk softness. So that at
Yeah,
the
they really
fruity
shred it
level
up in there.
was kind of surprising for you personally, because I still probably would have taken them in your spot. But for you, a non-milk cereal eater, I was
Well,
surprised.
You have to understand, like, we would get cereal that we would all eat, and my brothers love eating cereal with milk. So that cereal was one that we got all the time. And I would just take the bleeding gums, you know? I'd just take it as it was. And it was worth it. What a great cereal. I mean, it's great.
So
It's everything you want from Captain Crunch and more.
It is great, and I do agree that it is better than plain Captain Crunch. But within its relative category, I had it lower than plain Captain Crunch.
wait, that's interesting. Wait, you guys like Crunch Berries more than Captain Crunch?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I disagree. I don't like the berry part for some reason. I just don't care. The yellow cereal is so much better than the berries.
I was also kind of concerned about crunch berries in the fruit section because we agreed ahead of time that it was. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they taste like fucking fruit.
Oh,
They don't taste
not
fruity at all.
Really?
They don't.
I think they do.
There's no
No.
I don't think they do.
Guys,
They're just
There was
colored.
maybe like a hint of like a grape-ish flavor, I think.
Yeah, I don't know
There's like
what
a
it is,
whisper
but-
of a grape flavor to it, you know?
A whisper.
But yeah.
see, okay, I'm looking at this list, and Colin, you made a mistake when you told me this this
Ooh,
fun fact.
I miscalculated your score, Josh. I'm so sorry.
It's what is it, higher?
Yeah, because I mixed up Lucky Charms and Frosted Flakes on the list. So Josh, you now have a 17, which is almost twice Michelle and I score.
So we're not. So what we're not going to do is go off of Colin's ratings because that's ridiculous. Colin literally only got the best section for the plane.
No.
100%.
What's the best sugar cereal?
Frosted Flakes. It's not even close.
No.
It's-
They're not as good as they used to be, and I'm judging them now. They're not anywhere as good as they used to be. They're fucking dog shit now.
Absolutely not.
The sugar comes off instantly, and now you're eating a bowl of cornflakes.
Absolutely not.
I don't know what kind of
I don't
brand
know
of Frosted
what
Flakes you're getting.
in the world
Oh,
you're
no.
buying.
They are one of the most, if not the most overrated cereal. Are Frosted Flakes.
And no one would agree with that.
I
And
disagree.
I still have them number 2 because you have to put them number 2. Corn Pops are way better than Frosted Flakes. Frosted
I would agree.
mini wheats are better
would
than
agree.
Frosted Flakes.
See.
Oh, I
okay,
would not
so-
agree with that.
Oh, hold on. I'm not liking this.
See, I think Frosted mini wheats get a bad rap. I didn't take them because I knew I'd get fucking slaughtered if I did. They are, however, a pretty
No.
strong dark horse pick.
So,
They're not bad.
guys, I'm not liking what I'm up against here. You guys are not picking true to your heart. You guys are not confident enough in your answers to defend it.
Listen,
you are picking.
I think
You
I am
can't play
because I picked Apple Jacks
solely
over Honey
to your
Bunches of
heart.
Oats, and I think Honey Bunches of Oats is probably more popular. But Apple Jacks
Josh,
was clearly the
as
number
I
3 for me.
learned- Yeah, Josh, as I learned very harshly, you can't play to your heart.
I think you have to do a combination.
No, it's
You have
different
to
with
do
movies,
both.
Michelle.
You have to do both.
Michelle, it's different with movies because you can look at movies with a critical
Why?
eye. Because these are taste buds. You cannot.
I can do the same with cereal.
No, because aren't we just looking at taste buds here? Like the taste of it?
No, texture.
Yeah.
Consuming
and the
it?
texture.
Okay. Everyone is different with that.
I would argue versatility too.
Fine.
Some cereals are more versatile.
That's
Some
fine.
cereals
Sure.
soak in milk better. Yeah.
But with movies, you can look at it more critically than you can a cereal. Cereal is like so much more. It's literally your own taste buds. You don't like milk. I love milk. I mean, you can't really there's not much of an argument there. So when when Colin says, "I like corn," I like Pops. The what's it called? Is it just called Pops?
What do you mean? I like
Pops,
corn
yeah.
pops more than Frosted Flakes.
You like corn
Yes.
Pops more than Frosted Flakes, but you would pick
Yes.
Frosted Flakes over corn Pops
right?
because why?
Because
I agree.
It's
Like,
the
I
more
did the same.
yeah, because it's the more universally beloved cereal.
So we're picking for the audience.
I think you've got to pick for
The
both.
audience is voting.
Yeah, that is true. I'm sorry you hate our audience, Josh.
Okay. All right.
Josh is playing for himself and himself alone.
I'm really confident that it's going to be between Michelle and I for this.
That's fine.
For this,
That's
for
fine.
this
Yeah,
draft.
you really have to play for both. You have to play for yourself and also
Because if you just
For
pick
our listeners.
if you just pick the chalk overall every time, it's going to be boring. You have to mix it up, and I think Michelle and I found that balance in this draft. And I think someone's got Crispix on their team.
Okay. Well, Crispix is delicious, and you know what? Anyone that likes any Czech cereal is going to agree
Well-
with me. Now, hold on a second. So you guys are basically telling me if you hate the taste of Cheerios, you are still going to put it on your team. That is something I can't agree with.
No, because I don't hate the taste of any of the cereals.
But I'm
I have
saying-
at the top.
Yeah.
But no. But I'm saying since Cheerios is probably the most beloved cereal in the world, wouldn't you still want that on your team?
No, Cheerios was my number 3. I don't like Cheerios. I know people love it. I don't really like it. So I wouldn't have picked that first. I would have picked Rice Krispies.
But it's still in your top 3, and you can only pick the lowest you can pick on your board is 3.
Yeah,
at any
if
given
that was
point.
they're fine. They're fine, and I would have picked them if that was the only thing left, probably.
Michelle, what was your number 2 in plain? Was it Life?
It was Chex.
Ooh.
Rice Chex.
Someone should have picked Rice Chex.
Oh, it's too bad I did.
No, you picked Crispix.
Which
didn't
is exactly Chex.
No,
No.
because if it was exactly Chex, you
They're
would have
not.
picked Chex.
It takes 2 different kinds of Chex. Rice
They're
Chex and
not
corn
the
Chex.
same.
Guys, it is
I
not...
think, though, that
guys,
makes it worse.
This is
It makes
ridiculous.
it-
I don't like
different
Rice
cereal.
Chex. Michelle doesn't like corn Chex. There's obviously a difference. So if you combine them, it's going to drag the net score down.
Wait, Michelle, you don't like
Yep.
corn Chex?
No, not really.
But you like Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
Do you like Corn Flakes?
No.
Okay. That's fair then. That makes sense then. So you don't like corn cereals without sugar?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever even had cornflakes. I don't think I've ever had it.
First off, you can't really
that's
knock
crazy.
Crispix if neither of you have had it. That's the problem. That's the problem I'm having here.
I
think
have.
we can, 'cause
I have had it.
she has
I've
had it.
Okay.
I've said
She
this.
said it was bad.
Literally look at
It was
all
fine.
4.
It was fine.
We're missing like the monsters I have here with Honey Nut Cheerios, which is better than Cheerios.
Listen, but that's my number 2 on my cinnamon/honey.
Mine too.
Because Cinnamon Toast Crunch is number 1. See, that's the thing. Yeah, it goes back to the argument with Michelle, right? I like Crunch Berries more. I'm going to pick Crunch Berries more than Captain Crunch. But Crunch Berries is lower in its category than Captain Crunch is, for me personally, in its perspective category. So you might like Honey Nut Cheerios more than regular Cheerios, and that's fine. I'm sure most people do. But it's below Cinnamon Toast Crunch in that category. And I don't think anything's above Cheerios in plain. You guys can disagree, but America agrees with me. Just saying.
I think America likes Honey Nut Cheerios more than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, there's no way.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It is more popular.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
are right. Yeah. And that's the argument you should be making. But Michelle and I
Colin.
are sitting here telling you Cinnamon Toast Crunch is way
Colin,
better.
I'm
better.
telling you right now that you won the Cheerios. Like, if I could pick...
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, just because you like Honey Nut Cheerios more than Cheerios, that doesn't mean that Honey Nut Cheerios is now higher ranked in its perspective category. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Well, I think you should take... Like, you should take the number 1 in every category, but you should also look at the number 1 out of those 5 cereals then. Right? Is that not...
Sure. So you're arguing that Honey Nut Cheerios is your number 1 overall cereal.
Well,
is that what you're arguing?
Fruity Pebbles, but...
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is do you have Fruity Pebbles over Cheerios on your board? On your
Over regular Cheerios? Or
no, over Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah,
Do you have Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity
or
Pebbles
Honey
is
Nut
my
Cheerios?
favorite cereal.
Okay, yeah, you took it number 1 overall. Yeah, and that's fine. You can do that. You did it. Good job. Fruity Pebbles is the number 1 fruit cereal by far. Definitely agree with that. That is a great pick.
Okay. What do you like more? Fruity Pebbles? You said you like Cheerios more than Fruity Pebbles?
Oh yeah. Personally, I like Cheerios more than
Wow.
Fruity Pebbles. I think I go my top cereals on a personal level. That's tough because I do probably eat Rice Krispies more than anything else, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best. We also should talk about your Lucky Charms because I think that's going to be a controversial pick.
So, yeah, I would say so too. Lucky Charms is super popular, let's be honest. I like it. I actually really like it. However, I do think Lucky Charms are overrated. Like
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
Captain
That's
Crunch,
interesting.
Captain Crunch and
because
Frosted Flakes are better.
I think I took Froot Loops number 2. I think Froot Loops are overrated.
So that's what I was gonna.
way
That's
Or
what I
not
was
number
gonna,
2, number 3. I mean.
Yeah.
So, Colin, we've had this discussion when we talked about cereal, and I recall
Right.
you saying Froot Loops and Trix are 2 of like the worst cereals.
No. I would never claim that Froot Loops is one of the worst cereals. Froot Loops is one of the most overrated cereals, if not the most overrated
All right,
cereal.
then you did say most
Agree with that.
overrated.
Trix is garbage. Trix is garbage for garbage people, and I'm sorry if you like it.
Trix is bad soggy. And do you know why?
Trix is bad everywhere.
But you know, like
across the board.
Trix is really bad soggy, and it's because Puff cereal is horrible soggy.
No, it's because it's a low quality cereal overall.
I mean, I don't care for Trix. I mean, I still like it. I liked it.
I do want to commend us for none of us taking a Count Chocula or a Boo Berry.
Yeah,
that was good.
A+ for us there, because that could be a trap fall, because those cereals are also terrible.
Guys, I'll be straight up. There's not a cereal on here I don't like.
What?
Except for, like, I never had Nesquik cereal or s'mores, but like, or Kisses, or the donuts. But like, yeah.
See, nostalgia-wise, I probably would have gone Nesquik over Reese's Puffs if I was going pure nostalgia.
Really?
I've never had either.
I didn't grow up eating Reese's Puffs, but recently I've had them, and they're pretty fucking good. They're pretty banging.
So, okay, next draft
but I grew up with Nesquik cereal.
The next
so
draft
I have like
we
a strong
do,
memory
Colin,
with that.
I'm gonna play how you guys play, so I can,
so
be
you
on
can
that
win.
level.
Yeah,
As
so
you
you
should.
can win. Yeah,
Because
you play to win the game.
That's right.
I'm trusting my audience is gonna see the value in my picks, because I think I have some top picks here.
I think you'll get some votes because people will see you really played from your heart with that Crispix, but it's a mistake.
I think you have two excellent
Michelle.
picks. I think you have some questionable ones after that.
Michelle, you like La La Land, right?
Yeah.
What does Emma Stone say to Ryan Gosling? She says, "People love what other people are passionate about."
That's right. And I
Okay?
just said that.
And- exactly. So this third
don't
of the draft
disagree.
here is pure passion. Okay.
I have a question. Did La La Land win Best Picture that year? No, it fucking didn't.
Well, it wasn't the best picture.
Argument
Right.
invalid.
Actually,
You know what?
actually, it did win Best Picture for a few minutes.
For a hot second.
You know what was Best Picture? Rice Krispies. Rice
Wait, what?
Krispies.
So, you know what? I think people are going to see the passion that I'm displaying and say, you know what? That man played with his heart. Not that
This is how I put it. Rice Krispies is Goodfellas. Cheerios is The Godfather. Clearly, I love Goodfellas more than The Godfather, but when it comes down to it, one's the classic of all classics.
And guess what,
You know
Colin?
what I mean?
Guess what? My fruity.
I'm sorry. Cheerios is The Godfather Part 2 and Part 1.
You're right. You know what?
And Citizen Kane.
No.
And Gone with the Wind.
You have to pick one movie, okay?
And Casablanca.
Yeah,
no, because it's the most classic thing ever.
I was gonna say my Fruity Pebbles are
And Singing in the
Casablanca.
Rain.
No, you lost because you got selfish. Colin is out of the draft. And you know what's funny is that none of these arguments will matter. People are gonna pick what they think, what they like.
Oh, yeah.
Crispix is Encino Man.
You know what? I hope I brought attention to Crispix and people try it now after this episode. All few views that we get.
Yeah.
Coco Crispies is the Green Lantern. Should be good. Not.
Colin, you messed up
Just
on
not.
these Reese's Puffs. I'll be honest.
No, Reese's Puffs are so fucking good.
It
dude.
went down so much.
I just recently had them. They have the peanut butter chocolate flavor. They've got the... First of all, you want to say, oh, I don't like Cocoa Puffs and Reese's Puffs. Texturally, so different. Cocoa Puffs texture is terrible. Reese's Puffs texture is so goddamn good. It's better than pretty much any chocolate like puff cereal. It's probably the best like circular sphere puff cereal.
Because it has that weird film across it, that weird sugary film that makes it smooth.
Oh, you know what? I didn't take into account cereals having weird sugary films, so I guess we need to take Fruity Pebbles, Coco Crispies, Lucky Charms all off too, because every sugary cereal has a weird sugary film to it.
You know, so what makes Reese's Puffs different than Cocoa Puffs? It's smoother.
And tastier. The chocolate
No,
cereal
I'm saying,
and the Reese's Puffs is also
that's a
way
weird
tastier.
film around it that makes it smoother. It's weird.
It's tasty.
I just don't care for it
It's
anymore.
a tasty film.
And you know what? You're gonna get popularity around there because I think people still love Reese's Puffs. I, however, just don't.
Yeah. Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate flavor.
But guess
I'm
what?
telling you.
I mean, if you picked Cocoa Puffs, you'd be in good standing. I think Cocoa Puffs are very popular still.
Cocoa Puffs. I loved Cocoa Puffs as a kid. They're not good.
They're not. I
not a
I
good
still
cereal.
like them. I still like them because I just love all cereal. But
I'll tell you what, I almost went Oreo O's here because it was way out of the box, and Oreo O's are also pretty fucking banging.
So Oreos used to be one of my favorite cereals when I was little, and I almost picked them, but I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I still like. I don't know, man.
They just taste like Oreos, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. But I still like Reese's Puffs more, and I think they're more popular. So I think I got both.
I've never had Reese's Puffs. But if they're anything like...
Yeah, because you die.
Yeah, that's right. Because I would die. But Cocoa Puffs, I never liked as a kid. Don't like them now. So if they're anything like that, which you said they're not, so I guess I can't form even a slight opinion on
They're
it.
really not.
But that commercial is fantastic. I mean,
I know.
the Reese's Puff commercial has got to be one of the best out there.
No, it also had awesome commercials, the Apple Jacks commercials.
Yeah, that's true. Love the Apple Jacks commercials.
Guys, what had the greatest cereal box of all time? Fruity Pebbles, and don't even come at me.
It's just fucking red with
No,
Flintstone on it.
no. The back of it.
What was on the back of it?
Literally games. Okay, it was always
They
always a
all did
Flintstones.
that.
Games on the back of all of them.
Nope.
There's games on all of them.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Guys. First off. Okay.
I think there's games on the back of the fucking
Oh no,
Wheaties
there are.
box.
But Fruity Pebbles did it the best. They had literally a whole Flintstones scene, and they had like 20 games on the back of it. It was the best. If you could tell me a box better,
I think
go ahead.
the Captain Crunch boxes had like a whole pirate ship at one
Captain
point.
Crunch does have great boxes.
And they had that was a great box. I'm just saying, it was a great box. I could argue that. I don't know if I
Also,
remember.
Fred Flintstone. The Flintstones kind of suck too, by the way. I'm just saying, the Flintstones aren't good.
Let me look up this Captain Crunch box. Wait, why aren't you guys arguing?
Because Michelle's got a fucking dope team, that's why, and it's hard to argue against Michelle. I think I
Why?
don't know. I think I hit, well, okay. Here's the problem with hitting at Michelle. Because she's done a very nice balance, for me at least, of picking both popular and cereals I personally like. So I think Frosted Flakes are overrated, but they're massively popular. And Rice Krispies are, again, I think the cereal I eat the most. I mean, she had the number one in my cinnamon, the number one in my chocolate, the number two in my plain, I had Frosted Flakes as the number two in my Frosted, just based on popularity. And then the number three in my Fruity, she literally didn't deviate from the board like that I had at all. She went 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Like, very hard to pick. Like, very hard to pick apart her draft.
Yeah, you guys, I'm just saying I feel really good about this, and I think our audience is going
As you
to
should.
Agree with me. I think I picked cereals that everyone sort of loves. I'm not unhappy with any of them. Crunch Berries was like the one, like at the...
That's kind of the borderline one, yeah.
Yeah.
But even that, I can't knock Crunch Berries that much because I fucking like Crunch Berries.
Oh, I love Crunch Berries. It's fantastic. Yeah, I think I got the top chocolate, the top cinnamon, and Rice Krispies is genuinely, in my book, like the best plain cereal, probably the best cereal out there. It's my favorite. I think it's a lot of people's favorite. And Frosted Flakes is a classic, and it's good. Maybe it's not the best cereal, but it's pretty great. And yeah, I don't know. I think I nailed it. Not to say that about what I did, but I think I nailed it.
Well, should we make these our closing arguments then?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
our last. Okay. All right. So was that yours, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, that's mostly mine. You know, I played for my heart, and I played for everyone out there who's a cereal lover like me. If you use milk, no hate. No hate. They're all great without it, and I'm sure with it. Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
I think we have to leave Josh for last because he's pretty fired up. So I'll just say this. When you think of the United States of America, you think of warm apple pies, a baseball game,
What?
maybe systemic racism,
Yeah.
but you also think of Cheerios. It's the classic hand in hand. It is, I would argue, the most synonymous product that we've picked here. It is the most synonymous with cereal. People think of cereal, I guarantee you, Cheerios on the brain right away. And no debate there. Number one selling cereal. It's everywhere. And it's heart healthy. It lowers your cholesterol. Kids love it. I mean, it's a plain cereal that every single age group loves, adores it. You eat it as a baby. I mean, what's better than babies and America? You don't like babies in America? Get off my team. I've also got the captain on here, and listen, let's respect his rank, all right, because he is a captain of cereal, the C's, and taste. Just an incredibly unique flavor, texture, all around the board. Froot Loops, listen, I've talked some shit on Toucan Sam and his stuff. Can't deny that. But at the end of the day, it's a loop, and it's fruit, and I might think it's personally overrated, but how do you beat the Froot Loop? I would say, while I enjoy fruity Pebbles more personally, I think Froot Loops are the most iconic fruit cereal as well. Next we have Apple Jacks, which I think is kind of my under the radar pick. Gonna be honest, my top two honey and cinnamon cereals were taken off the board, so I did the best with what I could in that category. All right, I think it's definitely my weakest cereal, but personally, I even like Apple Jacks more than Froot Loops, so I'm fine with canceling those two out. And then I've got the Reese's Puffs, which you will hear the slander from Josh upcoming, I'm sure. But the Reese's Puffs are one of the best cereals ever. Everyone loves the theme song. Everyone loves the commercials. Everyone loves the taste unless you're Michelle and you can't eat it. And I'm ecstatic about my team. I think I drafted so solidly. I think I combined my heart and my brain. And you know what? Like the lion, I think I had a little bit of courage all along too.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Thank you. I rehearsed that for 12 hours.
Yeah. It's paid off.
Oh wait, I thought. Did Michelle? Are you have any last words?
Wait, she did her last word. She doesn't get to respond after my last words.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't care. Fucking who cares?
So,
No, Josh, I want to hear you.
solid picks, everyone. Michelle, I was too busy getting fired up. I didn't commend your team for being a very, very tough to beat team. I honestly can't say who won. You know what? Nothing against you, Colin. You have the greatest plain cereal under your belt. I just don't think it's enough to beat the monsters Michelle and I had in other categories. As much as I love Captain Crunch, I don't think it really holds a candle to Frosted Flakes. Honey Nut Cheerios and Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'd be fine with either. They're next to each other on my list of favorites, so I was fine with either of those. Michelle got my Cocoa Pebbles, which I was pretty upset about. I went with the Coco Crispies because out of the chocolate cereals, I just like it more than Cocoa Puffs. I was thinking about chocolate Frosted Flakes, but haven't had as much experience with it. Lucky Charms, I love Lucky Charms. It's definitely third in the sugar frosted cereal. But I do think Lucky Charms is more popular than Captain Crunch. It's pretty close with Frosted Flakes. I do think Frosted Flakes is the favorite overall, but everyone loves those marshmallows in their cereal. Which is pretty unique, let's be honest. There were a lot of cereals that mimicked that after that. What else do I have here? Crispix, you know what? I am upset I didn't pick Life. I don't know how I missed it. However, I love Crispix. I hope people see that as, you know what? I appreciate this pick. I appreciate that he kind of went out of the box here. I haven't had Crispix. I want to go try it and see what happens. And that's probably going to hurt me, which is okay. People are going to look at my list and say, you know what? This man picked from his heart. I appreciate that. He stuck to what he believes in. Those are my final words.
That was also beautiful.
Did you know they made Crispix Crispies?
No.
I'm looking at them right now. Crispix, Kellogg's Crispix Crispies. It's crazy.
You guys want to know a fun fact?
Yes, always.
Yeah.
And if she ever listens to this episode, just know that I didn't forget your favorite cereal. Crispix, in my defense, I have someone in my defense who actually showed me this cereal. This is Danielle's favorite cereal.
Wow.
So she showed me Crispix, and that's when I realized how great they were.
She showed you She arrived one day with a bowl of Crispix ready to go. It was like,
you have
Joshua,
to check out this cereal.
I have brought to you the gift of Crispix.
Yeah, we were having a conversation about cereal, and she told me that, and I was like, I've never heard of that. And she had me try it, and it was delicious.
Aww. Wow.
So there are people that know about Crispix, and Crispix is a favorite for some.
I'm sorry, Danielle, for
I will go buy a box of Crispix. I'll see what it's like, but
No, Colin, just don't waste your time. It won't matter. Okay? After this, when we stop this episode, it is out of our hands. The audience will vote, the people will speak, and we will decide a winner.
I just think I think Josh took this pretty personally. We all know Josh is a big cereal guy. And I think he took it pretty personally when we were attacking his cereals.
I did, guys. So cereal is one of my favorite things to eat. So this was so you can't even blame me for just focusing on what I believe in my heart to be the best cereals and for what I have to work with.
I'm just shocked that the person who doesn't drink milk drafted a banger team.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Thank you so much.
I mean, I'm pissed because your biggest hole, in my opinion, is Frosted Flakes, and that's going to get nowhere with anybody else. It's just going to be a me thing.
Yeah.
And that's the problem I have with Colin's list. His biggest loophole, he has a lot of loops in there, is Reese's Puffs.
I have so many loops.
And I know Reese's Puffs is a favorite. I'm mad at my list now that I'm thinking of it, because people don't know Crispix. And it's just not, it doesn't have the, it just doesn't have the spotlight that the other ones do. So
yeah.
I don't think Apple Jacks is going to get a lot of love, though.
I love
Apple Jacks is an extremely underrated cereal, I think.
It's very underrated, and that's why I had to take it there. I don't think it's going to get a lot of love, especially compared to the other two. I think I don't want to shoot myself in the foot here. It's a steep drop off between what you guys took in that cereal, in that category, between Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Honey Nut Cheerios.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is.
Mm-hmm. It is. But there's a drop off there.
The thing is, that's what you have to look at.
And this is the fucking Great Mouse Detective for me all over again. I got screwed with the bad pick in the one category, but it's fine. I feel good overall.
And you know what?
If I lose because of Apple Jacks, I'll go down with that ship along with my captain.
The thing is, that huge drop off, that big steep fall off, you still have a wonderful cereal. So let's be real. That's probably the greatest category for cereals.
I think it's... Oh, yeah. Because, listen, Honey Smacks is in there, and I knew Honey Smacks wasn't going to get taken. I love Honey Smacks, man. It's so good.
Actually, let's be honest. We combined two categories, so we'll have to decide one day.
That is true.
What's a better category, honey or cinnamon? And it might be cinnamon. I don't know. That's tough.
I think cinnamon's top heavy.
There's not much under it. You have your big boys, but honey's
I think
more
honey's
consistent.
deeper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Honey Bunches of Oats is great. Honey Smacks is great.
And you have a lot of different Honey Bunches of Oats. Yeah, scratch that. I'm going honey.
Yeah.
Because you have Honey Smacks and isn't Gold...
Sugar Crisp is now Honey Crisp, so that would go under there. Yeah, I think Golden Grams. I think that's honey too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honey strong. But then what would you do third for cinnamon? That was the whole issue. I think that's kind of why we wanted to combine them, because after your 1, 2 for cinnamon, like we already said, there's a huge drop off between Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Apple Jacks. What's the drop off after that? Then you're really screwing someone.
Then you have those
in that third category.
Then you have those obscure ones, but I think there's a couple other cinnamon ones that I'm forgetting about. That are.
I guess you could go Cinnamon Chex third.
Oh yeah, there's like cinnamon.
There's like Cinnamon Cheerios, Cinnamon Chex,
Yeah.
But that kind of feels like they're just throwing shit at pre-existing cereals.
All right, guys. Excellent arguments from everybody. These drafts are maybe my favorite episodes, but
Gets real hot.
Gets real
Hot and heavy in these episodes.
Yep.
it does. I'm definitely gonna rethink some of my picks next time.
You know what we should do is we should put, because we have a couple of topics that we want to draft next. Maybe we should also put that up there and let our listeners decide what we kind of draft next, like what category we do next.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
So look on our social medias for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And where can people find those social medias?
I'm so glad you asked. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Millennial Milkshake, and on Twitter at MilkBasedPod. You can also follow each of us on our personal social media. You can follow Josh on Instagram at Joshie_124. That's Joshie with an IE. You can follow Colin on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at The Last Call. That's Call with COL. And you can follow me on Instagram at Michelle Thoughts. That's thoughts like the way you think. And if you like what you're listening to, feel free to leave us a good review and look out for new episodes every Tuesday. And find us wherever podcasts are found, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, so on and so forth. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you guys for a wonderful draft.
Thank you, Josh and Michelle, for joining me. And I think instead of staying creamy, we should probably tell people to stay milky this time, right?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yep. Unless you're Michelle.
Stay dry.
All right. That's a wrap. Goodbye, everyone.